What up, my beautiful black people? Welcome to Black People Politics Network. I'm Mr. Red. So let's get this straight. Donald Trump struts into his so-called historic summit with Putin, talking tough, as he always tries to do. He told everybody he was going to hold Russia accountable. He said there'd be no games. But once Putin landed, Trump rolled out the red carpet for this dude, smiled like a fanboy, and then, wait for it. You didn't know the punchline, here it comes. He got played. That's right. That is right. If you didn't know, Trump got played. Again. Today, I have a few things that I want to say about this historic Putin-Russia summit. Maybe some of y'all agree, maybe some of y'all don't. Let's strap in. Let's get after it. Now, Trump swore he was going to stand tall. With the second Putin touchdown, Trump melted. Putin didn't even give an inch. No deal, no concessions, no peaceful breakthrough, which he promised when he first got into office that he'd have it done in 24 hours. But I'm not going to go there. Just Trump grinning while Russia flexed. Trump was caught looking.
This joint news conference was anything but. It was not a news conference. There were no questions taken by either leader.
Brett, is it safe to say, since he didn't come out and said this is a ceasefire, a cessation of violence, that that is something we didn't get all the way there?
I mean, I think they would have led with it. It would have been the thing that they would have led with, that we agree to a ceasefire. We didn't hear it. And I think that could be disappointing.
Everyone else in this room was also surprised. There were a few things that were very unusual. You had Putin come out and address the press first. I mean, we are on U.S. soil here. Usually it is the leader of the country, the host country of a summit, that speaks first and addresses the room in their language. But Putin started right off in Russian. Listen to him rattle off this diatribe. There was something that he said that was a little bit alarming, I thought, that seems like some of the things that he has done in the past, setting up false flags and that kind of thing, saying that we hope that Ukraine doesn't do anything to sabotage the progress that we made today, knowing full well that Ukraine has agreed to a ceasefire unconditionally for the last several months, and it has been Russia that has not agreed to a ceasefire.
Now, even Fox, I'm talking about the propaganda machine itself. I'm talking about, news can't get any more untrustworthy than Fox News. And they couldn't spin it because they always talk about Trump from the position of being a strong man. And he was anything but strong.
It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his photo next to the president and then left. Certainly President Trump, who is the host and who is the president, would not want to, I think, enable something that would make him look weak.
See, when it comes to these other dictators and authoritarians, Trump capitulates. Trump has nothing on them because these dudes are about that life. Trump ain't about that life. Trump, I'll go there later. When your own cheerleaders admit that you're cooked, then you know your ass is cooked. You know you have failed royally. Now, the only thing weaker than Trump hugging a flag is how he hugs these dictators. But the rest of the world saw what we saw. They saw a weak-ass man. They saw a man that compromised. And if you didn't think that Putin rubbed it in, he absolutely did. Remember this, Russian TV literally trolled us, rolling out a tank with the Russian-American flags flying together in Ukraine. That's a victory parade, not a peace sign.
Now we just showed the world that, yes, we're like this, right? We're close. And that is what I mean by we are so fucked. Russia pummels eastern Ukraine as Zelensky travels to Washington. Trump invited him to come, and on the same day, they planned an attack. Do you see what I'm saying? Killed in an overnight Russian drone strike on the Ukraine city as President Zelensky travels to Washington to meet the president and other European leaders. And what day did this happen? Today. They're going to mark today as the start of World War III. And no one's going to tell you because it doesn't seem that serious. But, it has started, okay?
And she's right. Putin doesn't want peace. He wants control. And Trump, he's the easiest pawn that he's ever had. None of this would have happened had Kamala been in office. None of this would have happened with Biden in office. This definitely wouldn't have happened with Obama in office. But for some reason, Trump capitulates to Putin time and time again. But this man is supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be the leader of the free world. And any man who can't control the world stage for his country doesn't need to be in charge, because this is going to dictate how people deal with us going forward. And I don't know if y'all know this, but all of our allies and the people that we thought we had on the ropes, they're going other places. It's going to be us by ourselves to deal with this catastrophe. And the dude is trying to stay in office for even longer. Make that make sense. It's already about to collapse down and Trump is staying in office. But that's a whole nother story, because I believe this is being done on purpose. Now, Trump ran his big ass mouth before the summit, saying that he would confront Russia, but when pressed, he folded. He didn't do what he said he was going to do, which should be no surprise at this point, because Trump makes a lot of empty promises. The only promises he seems to keep is the ones where he beats up on people that are weaker than him, or he punches down, and that's not the trait of a good leader. But, some people just don't get that shit.
They're coming here tomorrow because they chose to come here tomorrow. We invited them to come. We invited them to come. The president invited them to come.
But the president told those European leaders last week that he wanted a ceasefire. The president went on television, said he would walk out of the meeting if Vladimir Putin didn't agree with one. He said there would be severe consequences if he didn't agree to one. He said he'd walk out in 2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one.
This is Trump in a nutshell. Big talk, small spine, always negotiating against America's best interest. And this is what black people have been saying forever.
So there's
because obviously things happened during that meeting. Well, because obviously look, our goal here is not to stage some production for the world to say, oh, how dramatic, he walked out. Our goal here is to have a peace agreement to end this war, okay? And obviously we felt, and I agreed, that there was enough progress, not a lot of progress, but enough progress made in those talks to allow us to move to the next phase. If not, we wouldn't be having Zelensky flying all the way over here. We wouldn't be having all the Europeans coming all the way over here. Now understand, and take with a grain of salt, I'm not saying we're on the verge of a peace deal, but I am saying that we saw movement, enough movement to justify a follow-up meeting with Zelensky and the Europeans, enough movement for us to dedicate even more time to this.
Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but every time Trump meets with a strong man, we lose. The U.S. loses. Putin wanted to embarrass him, and he did. No deal, no peace, just another dictator walking away stronger with Trump looking like his number one fan. And honestly, it makes you wonder, because a man compromised, this desperate to please, what does Putin have on him? Epstein? Money? Something else? He got something on Trump, because every time Trump pretty much sets us up for the okie doke. And I, for one, are getting tired of that shit, aren't you? All I know is this. Trump keeps proving he's not a deal maker. He's a sellout. And the world sees it. Do you? Stay vigilant. Stay engaged. Stay revolutionary.